Prince Harry and Meghan Markle might be guilty of adultery. Prince Harry, real name Henry, has married divorcee Meghan Markle in a spectacular wedding which attracted millions of viewers from all over the world. It was interesting watching the marriage between British Prince Henry and American actress Meghan Markle, after all that has transpired in the lead-up to their wedding today. The two were pronounced husband and wife before friends, family including Her Majesty the Queen, acquaintances, and a television audience which might have been in the billions in a Church of England service. The two emerged today from St. George's Chapel, Windsor, along with titles of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The Queen of England is considered the head of the Church of England. This is outside the teachings of the Bible, but that is another story. The pomp and pageantry of the big day is now over, but a bad taste now remains, and it is the fact that Ms. Markle was previously married. The True Church of Jesus Christ allows remarriage after divorce under certain circumstances, and these circumstances might not have been met in Ms. Markle's divorce. Ms. Markle was married to film producer Trevor Engelson, who is most famous for the 9/11 romance movie Remember Me, starring Robert Pattinson. Their marriage occurred in September 2011, and divorced a few months later in August 2013. The reason for the divorce was cited as irreconcilable differences. Engelson is currently working on a TV series that centers around the story of a man whose wife leaves him for a British prince. The Bible states that the only irreconcilable differences which can allow a divorcee to remarry include death of a spouse, adultery in the marriage, or a situation where one spouse of a non-believing couple prefers to leave the marriage when the other becomes a Christian. If Ms. Markle was married legitimately in a Christian marriage to Engelson, then she and Prince Harry will be guilty of adultery if any of the three criterion above were not met for divorce, because in the eyes of God she is still married to Trevor Engelson. May 19, 2018, the day fashionable and outspoken American actress Markle married red-headed Prince Harry. Markle is described as a feminist, soup kitchen volunteer and social justice campaigner. It is the same date that red-headed King Henry VIII had his wife, the fashionable and outspoken Anne Boleyn, executed. She was accused of adultery, incest, and high treason. Harry's real name is Henry Charles Albert David. Henry VIII was already married when he got involved with Anne Boleyn. The Catholic Church wouldn't let Henry VIII annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon. The king simply abandoned the Catholic Church and Catherine, and turned to the Church of England so he and Anne could marry. When he died in 1547, he was buried in St. George's Chapel in Windsor. If this sounds familiar, it is the church where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were married today. People magazine, James Corden shows up as King Henry VIII. Interestingly, James Corden, a world-famous comedian and television presenter, arrived at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding reception dressed up as King Henry VIII. Reports People magazine. You can't make this stuff up, and this is not just a coincidence, and a big question is, why did he dress as King Henry VIII? The revelation that Meghan Markle is a distant cousin to the British royal family also makes her siblings from her father's side 15th cousins as well. This includes her half-brother Thomas Markle Jr., and half-sister Samantha Markle.